Well, howdy ho, Stampers. Deb Valder here, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'd like to show you a technique that I like to call, and what's your angle? And it has to do with this angle right here. I just did 2 different card classes, and I used this same technique in both card classes, and when I was making the project sheets, it was just very hard for me to explain to them how to cut this on their cutter. So I decided I would do a video to go along with the project sheets, and it's just a very simple thing, but like I said, it's very hard to explain. So let me just tell you that I took a card base that was 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it at 5 1/2. And then I took a piece of designer series paper that was 4 1/4 by 4 by 5 1/4. Now this is the piece that we're going to cut to make this little angle. Now this little piece down here, you can have thick, you can have thin. Let me just show you what I mean. When you go to cut this, you're going to need your Stampin' Up! Trimmer, and this is one of the best trimmers on the market. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your cardstock or your designer series paper, and you're going to start it off straight up and down. And now what I want you to do is I want you to angle it so that this piece right down here is on the lower end of the trimmer. So what I mean is we're going to take and we're going to cross this line right here. We're going to take and we're going to cross over the line. So this piece right here, depending on how fat you want this piece to be, is going to go over the line. So this one I'll make a lot thicker than I did the other one. So let's just put it right here, and you see how far from here to here it's over the line? On the one that I just showed you, it was about to there. So this piece right here is going to be this piece right here on the bottom, and that's the one that we're going to take and we're going to make thicker. So this one's going to end up really thick on the bottom. So I'm just going to take it. It doesn't matter what angle it's at. You just want to determine how far you want or how fat you want this bottom piece. So we're just going to take and we're just going to cut it right here. Now what you have to do is you have to decide how or what saying you want on the inside and how large it is. Now this one I made 1 inch wide, and this one I made 1 1/4 inch wide because this saying is a little bit bigger. So for this one right here, I'm going to use the thank you, kind doer of good deeds, and I'm going to take and I'm going to make that 1 inch. So what I'm going to do is this straight edge right here, I'm going to take and I'm going to push it over to the 1 inch mark, which is right here. Okay, let me just throw this down just a little bit. Okay, so here is my 1 inch mark. I'm just going to take and I'm going to line that up so that it's exactly the same angle as the bottom piece, and I'm going to cut this. Now you can use this on the inside, you can use it on another piece of, or another card. It's not any good for us. So now what I need to do is I need to take my card base, because I have my 2 pieces, my top and my bottom. Now what I need to do is I need to take my card base, which is this one right here, and I need to add them to this. So what I want to do, and this is really important, to make it look really good, you want to take and you want to put dimensionals on this. So I'm just going to add a couple of dimensionals around my piece right here. Just grab my dimensionals, and you can put as many dimensionals as you need to. I like to make it so it doesn't cave in, so I'm just going to put some here in the middle, and this one right here. And then we're also going to take and we're going to put them on the bottom piece. So we're going to flip this over, and we're going to just take and put them on the bottom piece also. And you want to do this before you stamp your sentiment, because once you have your sentiment on there, or once you have your pieces on there, then your sentiment is going to be easy to just decide where you want to put it in the middle. Does that make sense? Okay, so there's that right there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to add these to our card base. So here's the one. Remember I told you this piece right here is a little bit thicker? Look at this. And it all depends on how much you put it into your trimmer. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line this up nice and even down here at the bottom. Sides and bottom are going to be even, and what I mean by that is that this piece right here and this piece all kind of go together. They are all even. Okay, the outside pieces are all even. Now I'm going to do the same thing up here on the top. I'm going to take and I'm just going to center it and put it down. Now you see how it's popped up right here? Can you see that, how it's popped up? It just makes it look so much nicer. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Memento ink, and I'm going to take my stamp, and I'm just going to take and stamp my sentiment. So that's just going to go right here in the middle, and I'm just going to line that up. And like I said, I did it at 1 inch. I probably could have gotten away with 3/4 of an inch. but that looks really good. And then I'm going to take my Petite Petals punch, and I'm going to just punch out one of my little flowers with my Petite Petal punch. And then I'm going to take my paper piercing mat right here, and I'm just going to take my paper piercer and use the back end of it and just kind of push that in, and that just kind of makes my flower poof up a little bit. I'm going to take one of my mini glue dots, and I'm just going to glue that to my little card right here. Okay, so I'm just going to take that and add it to my card right here. And then for this one, instead of just doing a black and white one, this one was one that I did for my black and white card, I'm going to add just a touch of green. And the green is going to come in the form of leaves. And what I use for my leaves for this Petite Petal punch is a punch from this stamp, or from this punch pack right here. This is only good until August 27th. Hop on over to my blog, purchase it now, because August 27th, 2014, it's gone. This is one of the cutest ones I've ever used. I also use this right here, the same one, for the little flames on my candles. So I love this whole set right here, but I really love that one in particular. But this is the one I use for the leaves with my Petite Petal punch. So I punched a couple of these out. I'm going to take it, I'm going to add some mini glue dots to them. I just kind of bent them up so they look like they're 3D. And I added that one there, and I'm going to add this one right next to it. And what's nice about this to use as the leaves and whatnot is that it has this little stem on it right here, and that's good for gluing. You can just kind of tuck it in nice and neat, which I love a lot. Okay, so we're almost done. Now what I need to do is I need to just add a pearl, and we're going to do that right here. We're just going to take, I like to use my scissors, and just kind of scoop it up and stick it on there. And there we go. So it's all in the angle. You see? See how one of them is bigger than the other one, but they both look absolutely gorgeous. Very elegant card, very easy, but very hard to explain. So hop on over to my blog. I'll show you some more some more samples, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Take care and have a great day.